welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be reviewing the entire Amika Hydro Rush line. Okay, so if you guys are no stranger to the Amika hair products, they have several lines. The one that I was interested in is the Hydro Rush line. It promises those of us who have dry hair, the world, the sun, the moon, the stars, and intense hydration, which is what my hair needs, especially in the winter. So I wanted to get my hands on these products, try them out, and see if these products are really worth the money. So let's start by what I picked up. Moisture shampoo was $29. I then picked up the Hydro Rush Intense Moisture Conditioner, and this was also, I believe, $29. This is the product I was most interested in. This is the Hydro Rush Intense Moisture Mask. The product I picked up is the Hydro Rush Intense Moisture Leave-In. So this is more like a spray rather than an actual leave-in cream product. I also picked up the Curl Corpse Defining Cream. Water Sign Hydrating Hair Oil. I really like the name of that because I'm a water sign. Hydration treatment. So altogether, these products cost a little over $200. So it is pretty pricey of a line. So let's go down these products one by one. First one on the docket to review, Intense Moisture Shampoo. Now, this does have good slip, so if you have 4B, 4C hair like myself and your hair is dry, you're not going to be left feeling like your hair is dry after this. The problem is you might not feel like your hair is pretty clean either, and that is due to the ingredients. It has a lot of oils in it, and it lathers up really nicely, but because of the oils, it can make your hair feel like it's not really clean. So this wouldn't be the top of my list for a shampoo, a hydrating shampoo. So for me, I would have to give this, on a scale of 1 to 10, probably a 6.5. A 6.5 because if your hair is dry, this is not going to make your hair feel dry. But if you're looking for a shampoo, this is probably not going to make your hair feel clean. So for that, you're gonna have to get a 6 out of 10 Amika. Next on the list, we have the Amika Hydro Rush Intense Moisture Conditioner. This wouldn't make it into my collection of must-haves. I do enjoy it more than the shampoo, and I do feel like it has good slip, especially for my 4B and 4C girlies. The issue that I found is it just didn't have as much hydration as I would have liked, especially for the price. So for me, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. So I would give this about a 7 out of 10. If your hair is a little bit more finer, it's not as thick or as dense or as dry, you might really enjoy this. So next on the docket, this is one of my favorite products that I have tried for my hair probably ever. I really enjoy this. Of course, it's the most expensive. Intense Hydro Rush Mask. I love this. This retails for $44, so I was very hesitant to pull the trigger, but I fear it might be worth the money. It's the texture of it. It's definitely creamy. It's definitely thick. It doesn't have as much slip as you would usually see in a hydrating mask. However, if you apply this to your hair when your hair is very damp, you will notice that it instantly penetrates your hair shaft and does provide deep, lasting hydration. So I give this product a 10 out of 10, and you can't beat the smell. It smells really good. I feel like they really hit the note on this when it comes to the scent. Believe that it could be a little bit more affordable. I absolutely do, and that's the only reason that I might give it a 9 out of 10, because the price could be better. For 8 fluid ounces, this is definitely a splurge. So this is the Amika Hydro Rush Intense Moisture Leave-In Conditioner. Now, this is a little different than typical leave-in conditioners I would use. I typically use a cream product for my leave-ins, but I am familiar with products like this that are sprays that you can use to hydrate your hair, maybe before you do a silk press or just in general before you go and apply your cream products. What I will say about this, I do like this product. I like how it smells. It has a very nice light aquatic scent. It's not too much. I also like that it has coconut water. My hair loves coconut water. It drinks it up just enough to make your hair feel hydrated and moisturized. Do I believe it's intense? I wouldn't say it's intense. I would say this is a very light moisturizer, but I do like this product. So for the price of $29, I don't think this is necessarily worth it, like you have to have it, I do think this is nice to have. Overnight hydration treatment. If I had to rank my favorites in the line, this would definitely be number 2. I really like this product. I like how moisturizing it is. I like the slip. Let me show you guys that. That's how it comes out. And I like to use this as a leave-in conditioner. You can use it overnight, but I wouldn't rinse it out. I would just keep it in my hair because it's very light. But at the same time, it does deliver intense moisture. It has rose extracts, it has coconut water, which my hair and my skin love, and it smells really good. But I love the way this makes my hair feel. So the only con is that it's 3.3 fluid ounces, and I believe it's about $29 as well. So for the price and how much product you get, I do not love that. I do think that we could get a little bit more product. So I like this. I would give this an 8 out of 10, and that's strictly because of the amount of product you get, but I do believe it really delivers what it claims without making your hair feel heavy or anything like that. So I really like this product. Water Sign Hydrating Hair Oil. I love the name of this. I am a water sign girly through and through, so I was expecting a lot from this, and I will say it kind of delivered. So it does have a lot of good oils in it, like sweet almond oil, which I love. It has castor oil, has a lot of good oils in it. The issue to me is that, one, this is a glass bottle. It's so easy to drop and break. I have not done it yet, but you can see here I kind of like broke the cap a little bit. I don't love my oils in glass jars. It does look nice, but it's not the most practical for oil, and that's the last thing you want when you're spending this much money on products. What I will say is I do like the smell of it. I also like that it does really seal in moisture from your hair. It feels pleasant on the scalp. Do I believe that this is a must-have? No, I do not. I think it's a splurge. I think it's nice if you want to try it out, if you don't have a hair oil you love. But I love the Camille Rose Growth Oil. That one to me is like a godsend. It's thick, it smells nice, I like the scent, and I believe it's also like half the price of this. So I would probably go with Camille Rose over this one, but I do like this. So this one, I would give it a 5 out of 10. Not because I hate it, but because it's only 1.7 fluid ounces. It comes in a glass jar, and it's nothing different or revolutionary that you can't get on your own. You can probably mix some oils around together and get a similar result, but I do think that it is a nice product. It's a styling product, and this is the Curl Corpse Defining Cream. So I will say about this product is I do love the consistency of it. It has great slip. It's definitely nice and creamy. I love that. I don't think it provides a good amount of hold though. So that's the only con to me, is that it could provide more hold, but it is hydrating, it is moisturizing. This is going to give those of us who have 4B, 4C hair a very light moisturized hold, which I do like sometimes. But in terms of really defining your curls, I didn't notice that with this product. I didn't notice a lot of frizz. For a defining cream, I want a little bit more definition. I would say this is more like a curl cream, like a hydrating curl cream. But I wouldn't say it's really, you get a lot of definition. So for that, I would give this a 6.5 out of 10. Just because sometimes I don't always want the most defining tight hold. Sometimes I just want something light. I do like this product. Overall review of the Amika Hydro line. I really like this line. I like where Amika went with this. I love the ingredients. I love that this line doesn't have a lot of silicones in it, because sometimes when you have dry hair, silicones just make it harder for moisture and hydration to really get into that hair shaft. So that's what I really appreciate. I do enjoy the scent. I do love that these products do actually make a difference. You're not going to use this whole line and feel that your hair is dry. I also love that I didn't get a lot of shedding when I use these products. A lot of these products have good slip. They're creamy. They're hydrating. So overall, I would give this line an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's a bad line. I think a lot of the cons have to deal with how much product you get for the price. And I also think a lot of the cons have to deal with that for 4B and 4C girlies, we might need a lot more hydration and moisture in certain products. Two products I would definitely recommend to try out and see if you like it is definitely this mask. I love this mask. And I also like the overnight hydration treatment. This is really nice. And then if you like want to throw something in for a little extra razzle dazzle, the intense moisture leave-in conditioner. Hair oil, the shampoo and conditioner, to me these are not really must-haves in your collection. They're not something that I think you would notice a huge difference. That is my review. Those are my honest thoughts. Please let me know down in the comments if you had a chance to try the Amika Hydro Rush line, and what do you think? How does it compare? Does it give you all the moisture that you need, or is it lacking? So let me know. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.